I can't do it. We'll do it live.
Okay.
We'll do it live. Fuck it. Do it live. I'll write it and we'll do it live. Fucking thing sucks.
In 5, 4, 3.
You ready for the next episode?
37, 38, 39, 40, 45, 50, 45, 40, 35, 30. He's gonna get it. Holy cow!
Hello. It is week 2. Yours truly, the Commish, and I am here via Skype with the X Factor. What's up, X Factor?
Hello.
Welcome. It's good to have you back, dude. It really is.
Thanks for having me, man. Glad we could make this work. Being distant and doing it virtually here.
We're so distant. It was so lonely last week, man. It really, really is good to have you on here. I swear to God, it's a pleasure. Let's so week 2 all wrapped up. Let's get right into the NFL scoreboard. Alrighty, our first game, week 1, or Thursday night, the Ohio Bengals taking on the Ohio Browns.
And the Bengals get defeated on this one. Browns
Hold on, I'm
overtake
playing the sound.
them.
I'm playing the sound clip. Hold on.
Yeah.
Okay, now go.
All right, we'll get this figured out here. So the Browns win 35-30.
And hold on, I'm pulling up the score here. Sorry about that. Okay. And Joe Burrow, rookie. Joe Burrow, number 1 pick, is the first rookie in NFL history with 60 or more passing attempts and 0 interceptions in a game.
Good job, Joe.
Dude threw over 60 passes. Bengals now 0-2. Browns now 1-1. Wait, that's your part. You say that part.
We'll get it down.
Our next game, the New Jersey Giants travel to Illinois to take on the Bears.
It's a 3rd and 8 for Chicago. Trubisky steps up, steps back. Trubisky will air it out. End zone, touchdown! Makes the connection with Mooney. Mitch Trubisky cashes in.
And who got the win in this one?
Well, I can tell you, the Bears got the one on this one. They beat the Giants 17-13. The Bears are now 2-0, undefeated, and the Giants are 0-2.
Yeah, they are, and that is that 2-0 start for the Bears is the 5th time they've done that since 1993. Doesn't seem like they've had a lot
lame
of
stat, but
yeah, pretty lame. That's all I got for that game.
The 5th time since not that long ago.
Our next game, the Georgia Falcons taking on the Texas Cowboys. This one was a good one.
So here we go. Dallas needs this without timeouts. Zerline will script. It's got to go 10 yards, and it's close. Zerline may have come through. Who's got it? The Cowboys have it. Do you believe that? Why did Atlanta pick it up?
You mute us.
They could have picked it up and ended the game, but Dallas has recovered, and they're not done yet. Cowboys have life. The onside kick. So who needs Younghoe? Zerline did his job, and now it's Prescott trying to pull off a miracle, looking for Gallup back shoulder, and it's incomplete. 1:43 to go. No timeouts. 2nd and 10. It's a 4-man rush for Prescott. Near side wide open is Lamb. No one's near him. CeeDee Lamb down to the 30. They're in field goal range.
still a minute left to this clip.
Plenty of time. 1:16 to go. They
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
With Elliott.
Oh, okay. So you got it muted during the clip?
Here's Elliott. Elliott's short game going to be a third down now. 36 seconds to go.
It was a wild game. It was like the game-winning drive.
He's hit a 61-yarder in his career. They will spike the clock with 4 seconds left, and so here it'll be. Greg Zuerlein, the longtime Ram, first-year Cowboy, somehow in position to win it for Dallas. Greg Zuerlein from 46 to win it for Dallas. Hold is down, kick is up, and it is good! Somehow, some way, the Cowboys have won it!
I wish you could hear the clips I'm playing on my end. I played the whole onside kick and the final drive by the Cowboys. But who won this one?
This was a pretty amazing game. Cowboys came back, as you heard, and they got that win. They won 40-39. So the Cowboys get their first win of the year. They are now 1-1, and the Falcons fall to 0-2.
Poor Falcons. They just cannot win those close games. Zizzles, as you heard in the clip, hit the game-winning 46-yard field goal as time expired. Old Greg the Legs Zizzles.
Amazing. I'm sure we'll be talking about Prescott a little later, too, but
yeah,
he had a pretty amazing game, huh?
Yeah, I'd say. Okay, our next game, the Michigan Lions taking on the Wisconsin Packers.
All that motion serves a purpose. Aaron Rodgers said we don't do that for window dressing. It's Jones. From Jones to the end zone. It's another Packer touchdown. And another touchdown for Aaron Jones. That's 3 today.
Take it away, Dan.
And the Packers get a win in a blowout here. They were high scoring at 42 against the Lions only at 21 points. So the Packers, they are still undefeated at 2-0, and the Lions have yet to get a win at 0-2.
Packers looking scary right now. Real scary.
For sure.
Green
they got
Bay.
The two Aarons.
I know, the AA
Aaron
Rons.
Rodgers and
Green Bay is now 24-3 at home against Detroit, dating back to 1994. Looks like we got Gutter Slutters in the chat right now. He says, this sounds so much better than last week. Yeah, he must be talking about last time.
I'm glad we can make an improvement.
Yeah, I think he's talking about last time we talked, like during the draft or whatever. That was bad. That didn't go so well. Our next game, our Minnesota Vikings taking on the Indiana Colts.
Phil, with veteran players no longer with him, it's been tough this season without preseason. There it is, Taylor into the end zone, touchdown.
Who won this pitiful, pitiful game, Dan?
Well, as Vikings fans, we were very sad about this one. The Vikings lost yet again. Kirk Cousins played terrible.
Yeah,
we are now 0 Vikings. Well, the score here, real quick. The Colts beat the Vikings 28-11. Vikings are 0-2, and Colts even up theirs at 1-1.
And Jonathan Taylor, the rookie running back for the Colts, he is the first Colts rookie with 100 or more rushing yards in a game since 2012. I did not find out who that running back was. Who do you think it was? Who was the last running back for the Colts to run for 100 yards in a game?
Oh, yeah, I don't know.
2012.
I might have to think about that one.
Yeah, I wonder. Oh, I bet you it's what was his name? Crap, I can't remember his name. They had that running back for a number of years.
Walter Payton?
No. Yep, that was probably it. OJ, I think it was OJ. Tate says, no, I meant it's better when Dan is here. Yep, I agree. It's way better when you're here. All right, our next game. The New York Bills taking on the Florida Dolphins.
to Josh Allen's left. First and goal. Fake handoff from Allen, throwing on the run to the end zone. It is caught for the touchdown. And Buffalo marches right down the field.
Who won this? This game was closer than I thought it would be.
So the Dolphins and the Bills, right?
Yep.
That's what we're doing. Yeah, the Bills won 31-28. The Dolphins actually put up a little bit of fight here. It was pretty close. But now the Bills are 2-0, and the Dolphins are at 0-2.
And Josh Allen in this one had 417 passing yards and 4 touchdowns, both career highs. Remember last week in that game, the last Bills game, week 1, Josh Allen threw for over 300 passing yards, and that was the first time a Bills quarterback had done it in freaking 20 years or something. The very next week, he goes for over 400 yards passing.
Crazy, yeah. Josh Allen's got some talent.
Dude's blowing up. Our next game, the California 49ers taking on the New Jersey Jets.
Raheem Mostert will get the toss. And some pretty good space. Right away, San Francisco and Raheem Mostert. Are you kidding me? 80 yards all the way on the toss play. And just like that, the 49ers have the lead.
That long Raheem Mostert run. Who won this one?
Well, despite some injuries, which I'm sure we'll talk about later, the 49ers still did pull out the win. They won over the Jets 31-13. The 49ers are now 1-1. The Jets have yet to get their win at 0-2.
No surprise there. The 49ers are now 7-1 on the road against the Jets all time. Fascinating. Our next game, the California Rams taking on the Pennsylvania Eagles.
Second down after the penalty. Play action. Goff with time. Goff with Higbee open in the end zone. Touchdown Rams. Number 3 today for Tyler Higbee.
Dano.
The Rams made it look easy, 37-19 over the lowly Eagles this year. The Rams are now 2-0, and the Eagles 0-2.
Yep, those Eagles are a shell of their former championship selves. Tyler Higbee in this one for the Rams. Tight end, 3 receiving touchdowns. Career high for that fella. Hell of a game for Higbee.
Impressive.
Our next game, the Colorado Broncos taking on the Pennsylvania Steelers.
This is one of the benefits, Jay. A little extra conditioning, running stadium steps. That's pretty good.
2nd and 6. Roethlisberger on the move, now throwing for the end zone. Touchdown. Johnson. Deontay Johnson.
Handsome Dan.
All right, well, the Pittsburgh Steelers get the win here, 26-21 over the Denver Broncos. So Pittsburgh, with Ben Roethlisberger still at the helm, is at 2-0, and Denver is at 0-2.
Yes, sir. And Denver is 0-2 for the 4th time, just the 4th time, dating all the way back to the 1970 merger.
There you go, 1970. Now that's a stat.
Right?
That's a stat right there.
Yeah, has some longevity, some staying power. Our next game, the North Carolina Panthers taking on the Florida Buccaneers.
And he slips through, breaks free. Leonard Fournette. What a gut punch from Tampa Bay. A body blow from Leonard Fournette.
Dan the Man.
And Tom Brady and the Buccaneers get their first win together. Tom Brady's first win as a Buccaneer. Beat the Panthers. Beat the Teddy Two Gloves and the Panthers. Buccaneers got 31 points over Panthers 17. So the Buccaneers even theirs at 1-1, and the Panthers yet to get a win at 0-2.
Yes, sir. And old Tommy Brady, Thomas Brady, he is the second player in NFL history to hit 75,000 passing yards. I wonder how many miles that is.
That is a lot of yards.
That's a lot of yards. Quick trivia, who's the first NFL player with 75,000 passing yards?
Let me think. Joe Montana.
No, Drew Brees.
and both those players still playing.
Yep, I know.
Numbers are climbing.
Yep. Okay, our next game, the Florida Jaguars taking on the Tennessee Titans.
Tannehill hit as he throws into the end zone. Humphries has it! Touchdown, Tennessee! Tannehill got rocked, but Humphries makes the catch for this touchdown.
Daniel.
The Titans get the win yet again, 2-0.
Mm-hmm.
They win over the Jaguars 33-30. They beat Gardner Minshew's Jaguars. The Jaguars are now 1-1.
And that is the first 2-0 start for Tennessee since 2008. Another lame stat for you. You're welcome. The District of Columbia football team taking on the Arizona Cardinals.
Third down and goal from the 4. Murray fires. Touchdown. And it's DeAndre Hopkins all alone in the back of the end zone to catch the touchdown pass.
Woo, X Factor.
Kyler Murray is making some magic happen.
Yeah, he is.
They won this one 30-15 over the Washington football team. So Cardinals are riding high to the start of the season at 2-0. Washington football team, after getting their first win, now have their first loss.
Yes, sir.
At 1-1.
And Kyler Murray, through the first 2 weeks of this season, has 158 rushing yards and 3 rushing touchdowns. It's probably more than a lot of starting running backs on other teams.
Pretty darn good.
Okay, we got our next game, the Maryland Ravens taking on the Texas Texans.
Fourth and 1. It's a direct snap, and look, it goes to Ingram. There it goes! Galloping free for 6. What a play on 4th and 1. 30-yard sprint
Ben commented.
for the touchdown. What a call and what a run. And perhaps the dagger. 30-yard touchdown run.
Yeah, Cleats and Cleavage said, no, last week was better when we could only hear Dan.
Becky, yeah.
Yeah. Funny. Who won between the Ravens and the Texans?
Well, the Ravens did. They beat up on the Texans, and they won 33-16. The Ravens are now 2-0, and the Texans, even with Deshaun Watson, are at 0-2.
And Baltimore has now won 5 consecutive regular season games by 16 or more points. Domination. Our next game, the Missouri Chiefs taking on the California Chargers.
They're all gassed right now. No energy left for anybody on this field.
The kick. It's good for the win. 58 yards. Harrison Butker for the second time from long distance. And Kansas City takes it in overtime, 23-20.
That sound clip there just like stomped over everything we're going to say about the rest of this game.
Like you heard, this was a close game, a fun game to watch. That was for sure. The Chiefs did end up getting the win, 23-20. So the Chiefs riding high. The former Super Bowl champs are riding high at 2-0, and the Chargers are at 1-1.
And like you heard in that clip, old Harrison Buttlicker hit the game-winning 58-yard field goal in overtime. Chargers almost had him. Almost had the champs.
Not a bad showing for their rookie QB, though, huh?
I know, right? Last-second start for that Justin Herbert.
Herberts and Gerberts.
Apparently, Herbs and Gerbs. Apparently, Tyrod Taylor had this phantom chest injury like right before the game, and the kid balled out a little bit.
Yeah, it's going to be tough. They got a tough decision ahead, even if Tyrod Taylor gets a little healthier. If they just keep Herbert on the field, he did a pretty good job.
Yeah, in my opinion, it is not a difficult decision. You just keep the rookie in.
That's apparently where the future is going, so why not, right?
I hope so. Our next game, the Maryland Patriots taking on the Washington Seahawks.
Seahawks tonight have run the ball 28 times and thrown the ball 28 times. Pass number 29.
What's the clip? The last final second?
For the touchdown.
It's just a touchdown by Chris Carson.
Again, he just floats it in there.
Sweet-ass pass by old Brussels. Mr. Unlimited. Who won this game? This is a really good game, too.
Oh, my gosh. This was a fun game to watch. Absolutely. I was on my seat the whole time. So the Seahawks did eventually get the win over the Patriots, 35-30. The Seahawks are now 2-0.
Yeah.
Patriots under Cam Newton's helm are 1-1. And I might just say it went down to the final second, and with Cam Newton at the 1-yard line. Pretty crazy. Couldn't have ended it a crazier way.
Yeah. Seahawks are my early season pick to make it to the Super Bowl and quite possibly win it. Russell Wilson, through 2 games this season, has 9 touchdown passes already. Woot woot. Oh, Russell.
That guy's uber.
Hell yeah. And our final game, another pretty damn good game. Monday Nighter, the Louisiana Saints taking on the Nevada Raiders.
Here's Carr. Look at a throw for a Waller is all by himself. He'll never score an easier touchdown. 8th catch so far for Darren Waller.
And Danny Boy.
Well, yes. From behind, they had a rough start, but they played some pretty solid game. The Las Vegas Raiders get another win. They're at 2-0 this year.
Yeah.
34-24 over Drew Brees and the Saints. And Raiders got their first win at their brand shiny new stadium, too.
Right?
How about that?
Nobody was there to see it. The Raiders now have
you seen real quick, have you seen how they're calling it the Death Star?
Yeah, what's that about?
It's
I haven't actually seen the stadium.
If you see a picture of it, it kind of looks like it could be called a Death Star.
Really?
It's just huge and dark and black.
Nice. And they all wear black uniforms like Vader.
Yep.
Hell yeah. The Raiders now have 30 or more points in 2 straight games for the first time since 2016. That's kind of a lame stat, too.
Yeah.
All right. That has been the NFL scoreboard. All right. Now it's time for everybody's favorite segment, the Facts of Life.
Take the good, you take the bad, you take them both, and there you have the facts of life. The facts of life. There's a time you gotta go and show you grow, and now you know about the facts of life. The facts of life. When the world never sees.
Alrighty, I've got a bunch of facts this week. Facts of Life. Here we go. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 facts. It's probably the most I've ever had in a week. Our first one, the Cowboys. Remember week 1 when I talked about the Cowboys being one of the first teams that's going to have a chance to run the Bird Gauntlet this season? The five NFL teams that are all bird names. Well, they had their first challenge this week when they took on the Falcons, and they got the win, 40-39. So that's one team down for the bird gauntlet.
One bird down.
Yep, one down, 4 to go. Next fact: Phillip Rivers has now started 226 regular season games. That is second best all time. Who is number 1 all time in consecutive regular season starts with 297? X Factor.
Let me think about that. Regular season starts. Drew Brees.
Brett Favre. Favre, the Iron Man.
Ah, man.
Almost 300 games Brett Favre started consecutively. Is that insane?
That's crazy. That guy is a beast.
All right, our next fact. The Lions have now lost 11 straight games. Isn't that crazy?
Yep.
The Panthers have lost 10 straight games.
Dang.
The Bengals have lost 14 straight games decided by just one score.
Ouch.
Uh-huh.
They're all 14 were?
Yeah.
Wow, that's a pretty crazy stat. Yep.
Yeah. Here's one that hits a little too close to home. Kirk Cousins, our quarterback, had a quarterback rating against the Colts this Sunday. His quarterback rating was 15.9. His stat line, he went 11 for 26 passing for 113 yards through 3 interceptions. So to put that in perspective a little bit, that 15.9 QB rating, if he had just went ahead and gone 0 for 26 passing, his QB rating would have been 39.6. Would have been more than double if he had just not completed a single pass.
Crazy.
Isn't that nuts?
No good for Vikings fans, that's for sure.
And the last facts here, Big Ben Roethlisberger now has 368 touchdown passes. That's good for 8th all time. Who is Phillip Rivers is 6th all time with 399 touchdown passes. And also in passing yards, Big Ben is now 7th all time in passing yards, and Phillip Rivers is now 6th all time in passing yards.
A lot of old guys in the league.
I know, right?
Dominating, just doing well. Just keeping chucking away, at least.
Yeah, and that's just sticking around.
Yeah.
That has been the Facts of Life. Now it is time to take a little break. That's it for the NFL side of things. We're going to get into fantasy football and Very Bad League. And we're going to hear a word from our sponsor, and hopefully it's just enough time for me to take a pee break.
Did you crash your drone? Twin City Aerial can help. Twin City Aerial has many years experience preparing all types of DJI drones.
What's that for?
And we have many parts in stock. Twin City Aerial can usually have your drone fixed cheaper and faster than the manufacturer. And we only use original parts when available. Whether you need your Phantom, Maverick, or an Inspire 2 repair, Twin City Aerial will have you up in the air in no time. Call us at 952-297-7900 or visit our website at twincityaerial.com.
Guess it took a little bit longer. Sound bites are echoing? Alright, we got a lot of chatter here. That game sealed Becky's fate. Becky, I dropped like 5 spots because I lost by less than 4 points. Sucks to suck. Fact of life, the commissioner sucks. That is rude. I'm 2-0, baby. Soundbites are echoing. Soundbites still echoing, guys? Alright. So, very bad league. It is time to get into the game results. What went down in week 2? You ready?
I'm excited. Yeah.
Let's do this. Okay. Our first game. Where's my phone here? First game. Week 2. The Commissioner, yours truly, taking on low score wins. Sorry, I gotta pull it up here. Okay, taking on low score wins. And the win goes to the Commissioner.
I did not come to play, I came to dominate. I did not come to play, I came to dominate.
169-126. Commish gets the win. Are you there, X Factor?
Finish is strong. I know for a little bit there, I know you weren't feeling too good about how things were going, right?
Yeah, I was actually like on Sunday. I had already kind of given up and decided that I was going to lose.
And then what changed your mind? Russell Wilson?
Yeah, Russell Wilson.
Didn't you like 52 points?
52. A second week in a row he's put up over 50 points. He's averaging 50 a game.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
Pretty awesome. Looks like Darren Waller did a pretty decent job for you too, huh?
Yep, he went above and beyond on Monday night. Didn't even need it from him. Yeah, I was worried, but I got lucky. Well, not lucky. I mean, I won by a decent amount, but yeah.
Yep.
Our next game, Gutter Slutters. Oh wait, let's see here. That game now between me and Jared, we are now the all-time series. I took the lead 5-4. Our next game, Gutter Slutters taking on Cleats and Cleavage. And the win goes to
Cleats? Wait, Gutter Slutters. Gutter Slutters gets the win here. 182.38 to 178.
Close one.
4 points.
Yup.
Very close.
Big comeback for Gutter Slutters.
And yeah, pretty crazy. And Cleats and Cleavage, 178 points. That's no slouch. That's a lot of points.
I know,
but not quite enough.
It's like the one team that could have beat her this week. She had to go up against.
Yep.
Yeah, I'd be afraid to play Becky right now.
Yeah, it was back and forth the whole time, right up until the end. I know they both were probably on their seats wondering what was going to happen.
Our next game, bye week, taking... Oh, wait, now we got to take a look at... Sorry, they're all-time series now. I think this is the first time... Double check. Yes, this is the first time that Gutter Slutters has defeated Cleats and Cleavage. In fact, this is the first time he's beaten any of the females in the league. Congratulations to Gutter Slutters.
Nice job.
Okay, our next game, bye week, taking on the Kings of Bong Style, and the win goes to...
Bye week, commanding lead at 181.02 points versus King of Bong Style 129.58. I think bye week had a pretty solid lead ever since the first game.
Yeah.
He would left him in the dust right away.
He put it away. Yeah, I mean Matt Ryan and Alvin Kamara putting up 48 and 38, and then Tyler Higbee. Yeah,
Tyler Higbee getting those 3 touchdowns.
Yeah,
that probably did pretty well for him.
Our next game, FUBAR and X Factor. This is our game of the week, rematch of the Super Bowl. X Factor looking for a little revenge, and the win goes to
X Factor. Came from behind. Another real close one, right to the last at least through Sunday night, right? Came back and got the win, 169.38 versus FUBAR, who got a pretty decent score at 157.58, but not quite enough. I had Cam Newton on Sunday night that just crushed it with 50 points. And I was still a few points behind, but then I still had Josh Jacobs yesterday, Monday, that sealed the deal for me.
Yes, sir. Yeah, you only needed, what, like 2 points or something Monday night?
Yep. I was hoping Cam would get that final field goal, or that final run in, right? And then that would have easily sealed it for me. But didn't quite make it, but that's all right. I still had that running back. But I was really, really nervous. Before that, without having Cam yet, I still had a lot of ground to make up, so it was a good match. Does
it make the last 2 Super Bowl losses to FUBAR, does it make the sting a little bit less?
Oh,
or?
Yeah. Every little win helps.
Okay.
Every little win helps.
That's good. And our final game, I Don't Want Your Life, taking on... Oh, wait, let's see the all-time series between you two. I keep forgetting that. The all-time series now, you lead it 7-4 in the regular season. And our final game, I Don't Want Your Life, taking on You Just Got Beat by a Girl. And the win goes to...
I Don't Want Your Life gets the win. 144.16 points to You Just Got Beat by a Girl, got 130 and 10 points.
Yep, this one was fairly close. You Just Got Beat by a Girl had a chance to come back Monday night, but it was a fairly large deficit, but possible. Fell short, though, by 14. This one was actually an upset, too. She was projected to win.
She still had Jared Cook, and she had the New Orleans defense, so I thought she had a better shot, too, but just didn't quite get there.
Yep, the Saints kind of shit the bed a little bit. All right, that has been the game results.
Yeah.
Now it is time for Players of the Week.
These are your Players of the Week.
Okay, pull up the scoreboard here. Top 5 players at each position for week 2. The quarterback position, the number 1 quarterback this week was old Dick Prescott, putting up 57 points for You Just Got Beat by a Girl.
On her bench.
Yeah, on her bench. I think that's 2 weeks in a row. She had like the number 1 quarterback in the league.
That's some bad luck there.
On her bench. It's like, it's some real bad luck. Second best quarterback this week was old Josh Allen. Putting up 54 for Cleats and Cleavage in the loss.
Doesn't look that old, but okay.
Yeah. Third best quarterback was Russell Wilson, Mr. Unlimited, putting up 52 for me, the commish. Cam Newton, the fourth best quarterback, putting up 50 for the X Factor. And the fifth best quarterback, Matty Ice, putting up 48 for bye week. We got 4 quarterbacks putting up over 50 points. Nuts.
Some high-scoring QB action.
All right. Running back, Dan. Who we got at running back this week?
Running back. All right, let's look at that. We got Aaron Jones, owned by FUBAR, with a commanding lead this week with 45 points. That guy just could not be stopped. Then second place, there was Alvin Kamara, owned by Bye-Week, 38.4 points. Then we got Leonard Fournette out of the blue.
Yeah, right.
Did you expect that? I didn't expect that.
No, not that.
Thought it might take a little bit longer for him to get used to the Buccaneers, but he came on strong. He got 27.6 points for low score wins. Wonder if he started him.
I don't think so.
And then, number 4 was Nick Chubb, the commissioner.
Didn't start him.
On your bench too, right?
Yep.
And then Christian McCaffrey did get some solid points before getting injured. I'm sure we'll talk about that later.
You got some real good points out of him before you lost him.
Yeah. Yeah, I can appreciate that, but you never want to see injuries.
No.
Especially for number 1 fantasy picks.
Yeah. It's the number 1 pick curse. Wide receiver position, number 1 this week, Kelvin Ridley. I don't know if we have a name for him. Cleats and Cleavage. He put up 29 points for her. Stephon, can you dig it? Putting up 29 for Gutter Slutters, second best wide receiver. Third best wide receiver, Deontay Johnson, putting up 28 for Fubar. Fourth best, Gutter Slutters with Julian Edelman, putting up 25. And the fifth best wideout, Terry McLaurin, the 25 points for You Just Got Beat by a Girl.
Nice. Moving on to tight ends. The highest scoring tight end this last week, week 2, was Tyler Higbee. Got all those touchdowns. He got 28.4 points, owned by Bye-Week. Then there was Darren Wallett.
Yeah.
Owned by the commissioner, Waller the Baller.
Yeah,
28.3 points. Mike Gesicki, not even owned by anyone. Wow, look at that.
I had him for a week.
Isn't that crazy? And 27 points. Jonnu Smith was number 4. He had 24 points, 24.4. And then number 5 was Travis Kelce, over-reliable.
Yes,
24 points for X Factor.
I Don't Want Your Life wants to know what the all-time record is against You Just Got Beat by a Girl. You are now 6-2 all-time against her. Dominating. Kicker position. Kicker position is always interesting. Number 1 kicker this week, 17 points by Yamaha Ku for low score wins. Second best kicker was Justin Smuckers, putting up 16 for the Gutter Slutters. Third best kicker was I don't even know his first name. It's like Ricardo or something. Blankenship, putting up 15.
Blankenship. That just sounds like a make fun of him name.
I know.
Blankenship, but that's actually his name.
Yeah. He put up 15 for absolutely nobody. Fourth best kicker was Randy Bollocks, putting up 13 for nobody. And the fifth best kicker, putting up 13, was Harrison Buttkisser for Fuba.
Ooh, keeping it rated G today. I like it.
A little bit. The board wants me to try not. Yeah, the board wants me to not swear as much.
All right.
We'll see.
They were gonna send Arnold after you or something.
I know he's scary. I got a beep button here. I think. Yeah. If we swear, just let me know. I got a beep button.
Oh, okay. Nice.
Okay, defense.
All right. Rounding this out on the defense for week 2, the top defense was the Pittsburgh Steelers.
Yeah.
They got 26.3 points for the commish. Then number 2 was the Baltimore Ravens for Kings of Bong Style. They got 22.3. Then we had one that owned by nobody was the Colts. They got 20.7 points. Then the Bears were number 4. I Don't Want Your Life owns them, 19.3. And then rounding up the top 5 was the Giants, and they are on the waiver wire, and they had 17.7 points.
Mm-hmm. Start streaming any defense that's playing the Vikings. That has been Players of the Week. Now it's time to take a look at the standings through 2 weeks. Oh. Okay. A little issue with my USB here. Standings. Okay.
Let's hear it.
So, in first place, going up one spot in the standings at 2-0, the X Factor. Congratulations, dude.
Thank you, sir.
So for now, you are in first place.
Hey, still a long season to go, but I'll take it.
In second place, moving up 2 spots, is the Commissioner, also 2-0. We are both on a 2-game win streak. Staying put in third place, I Don't Want Your Life, also 2-0, 2-game win streak. In fourth place, moving up a spot despite the loss at 1-1, You Just Got Beat by a Girl. It's always nice when you lose, but you still move up in the standings.
Yeah.
That helps the loss not sting as much. In fifth place, moving up, our biggest jump up this week, moving up 4 spots, Gutter Slutters at 1-1.
Big win.
Yeah, big win, because the next spot in sixth place is the biggest drop of the week, dropping 5 spots, Cleats and Cleavage, 1-1 after the loss. Ouch. Yeah, that's gotta hurt. Seventh place, dropping a spot, Bye Week, 1-1 after the win. See, that sucks. He gets a win and he drops a spot.
Yeah.
In eighth place, staying put. So right now, eighth place, staying put, Kings of Bonk Style, 0-2. Ninth place, dropping 2 spots, Low Score Wins, also 0-2. And in last place, staying put at 10, 0-2, former champ. Had to just put that in there, didn't ya? That has been the standings. Oh, now my soundboard's not working. Oh, man. Oh, well. Okay. So let's go next to trophies. Trophies. Dan, who won trophies this week?
Well, I'll tell you. Let's see. We got 3 trophies. We got a couple good ones and one not so good. The first good one, we're going to say congrats to Bye Week, because they've won the Unreal Combinations Trophy. Matt Ryan and Alvin Kamara worked well together and combined for 86 points.
Yeah, they did.
Most by any 2 starters in the Very Bad League this week. And moving on to the bad one, we have the Week 2 high-scoring bench trophy. Goes to You Just Got Beat by a Girl by leaving the highest-scoring player on the bench, Dak Prescott.
I think that's 2 weeks in a row.
Sorry, Melissa.
It's gotta hurt.
Bad luck there. And then we go back to the good. We're ending on a good note here. The Week 2 top player trophy goes to Cleats and Cleavage for starting Josh Allen.
There you go. A little consolation prize for the devastating loss.
Got a trophy at least?
Yeah, you got that. All right. That has been trophies. Now let's take a look at the power rankings through 2 weeks. Yeah, it'll let me play like 2 seconds of like a clip, and then it shuts it off for some reason because my USB thing like came loose. Is everybody? Can you still hear us? Do we still have audio?
Sound test.
Testing. Yeah, I saw you comment on there. Should be working. All right. So now power rankings. Dan, what are the power rankings?
Well, let's see. Power rankings. That's the one that says breakdown, right? Or is that true?
True.
The true power rankings for this week. Number 1,
they can still hear
even with the loss, we got Cleats and Cleavage. at the top of the power rankings, even with the loss.
Yeah, but that loss is like, you know, you got to remember she lost by 4 points and she still put up like 100, almost 180 points. Like 2 weeks in a row, she almost hit 200.
Yeah, she's the top scoring person in our whole league still, even though she's like way down in the rankings now.
Yep.
So then, power rankings number 2 is bye week. Then number 3 is X Factor. Number 4 is the Commissioner. Number 5 is Gutter Slutters. Number 6, I Don't Want Your Life. Number 7, Low Score Wins. Number 8, You Just Got Beat by a Girl. And number 8, Kings of Bong Style. Oh, they're tied for 8. Gotcha. Two teams tied for 8. You Just Got Beat by a Girl and Kings of Bong Style. And then rounding out the bottom is Fubar. Former champ.
Oh, how the mighty have fallen. It's early. We're only 2 weeks in. He can turn it around.
Oh, yeah.
That's been your power rankings. Okay. Now it's time for the coach rankings. Okay. Taking a look at the coach rankings. And this is interesting because we can see exactly how many points now they left on the bench. So, number 1 in the coach rankings, bye week. He left 15 points on the bench this week. Only 14 last week. Yeah, not bad. Second in the coach rankings, Cleats and Cleavage. Left 33 points on the bench that she lost this week after only leaving 5 points on the bench last week. The Commissioner is third, leaving 28 points on the bench this week after leaving only 13 last week.
All right.
In fourth, it's you, the X Factor, leaving just 16 points on the bench after leaving 25 on the bench last week. In fifth place, Gutter Slutters left just 7 points on the bench this week at that big scoring game. Led the league.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, highest scoring team. He left 45 on the bench last week.
Must have learned from his mistakes.
Yes, he did. In sixth place, not learning from his mistakes, Low Score Wins left 51 points on the bench this week after leaving only 7 last week.
Ooh.
Ouch. Yeah, he would have beat me. I Don't Want Your Life in seventh, leaving 28 points on the bench this week after leaving 33 on the bench last week. So pretty much the same. In eighth, You Just Got Beat by a Girl, leaving 51.8 points on the bench, the most this week, after leaving 31 on the bench last week.
That's like all one player.
Yeah, pretty much, yeah. In ninth place, the Kings of Bong Style left 26 points on the bench after leaving 59 last week, the most last week. And in 10th, Fubar, the worst coach right now, left 40 points on the bench this week after leaving 47 on the bench last week. That has been the coach rankings.
Former champ.
Now it's time to take a look at the top players after 2 weeks. Who's tops at their position? Top 5. On top. All right, so pull this up here. Oh. Let me pull up. You got it pulled up?
I got it. Should I start off with the quarterback?
Go for it, yeah. While I pull up my...
All right, top players for this season. Quarterback, let's start with Russell Wilson.
Yeah.
So far, he's got 107 points. Not bad. Over 2 weeks. Pretty good. Number 2 is Josh Allen. Number 3, I should say who they're owned by. Russell Wilson's owned by the Commish. Josh Allen's owned by Cleats and Cleavage. Number 3, the third best quarterback for the season so far after 2 weeks is Matt Ryan. Even though he's lost both times, he's still a pretty dang good individual quarterback.
Right.
As far as fantasy goes. And then we got Dak Prescott, number 4. And check this out, number 5, Aaron Rodgers. So Dak Prescott and Aaron Rodgers are both owned by You Just Got Beat by the Girl.
Dang.
Crazy.
Dang, 2 top 5 quarterbacks.
Good QB.
Got to trade one of those, right?
Yeah.
I think you got to trade one of those. All right. Running back position then. Number 1, Aaron Jones, leading all running backs, owned by FUBAR. Second best running back, Elvin Kamara and the Chipmunks. Second best, owned by Bye Week. And then we got the number 3 and number 4 running back right now, Christian McCaffrey and Joshua Jacobs, both owned by the X Factor. And then we can go 5th.
I wish I could be more excited about that.
I know. And then the 5th and 6th best running backs are both owned by Cleats and Cleavage, Ezekiel Brad Elliott and Christopher Carson.
Nice.
Yeah. Wide receiver.
Let's look at wide receivers. So the top scoring wide receiver after both weeks is Calvin Ridley,
right?
Owned by Cleats and Cleavage, so that's pretty sweet.
Nobody
and DeAndre Hopkins, not missing a beat, is number 2. Then we got Devontae Adams, number 3, owned. Oh, DeAndre Hopkins is owned by Low Score Wins. Devontae Adams, owned by Kings of Bond Styles, number 3. Stephon Diggs, owned by Gutter Slutters, is number 4, and Robbie Anderson.
What?
Who thought that?
I know, right?
Number 5. I Don't Want Your Life.
Nobody would have thought that. Tight end position. Top tight end, Travis Kelce and the Sunshine Band, owned by the X Factor. Coming in at second, Darren Waller, the Baller Wallet, owned by the Commissioner. Coming in at third, Jonnu Smith, owned by Cleats and Cleavage. 4th, Noah Fanta, owned by the X Factor. And coming in at 5th, Tyler.
How about Noah's Ark Fant?
There we go, Noah's Ark Fant. Noah, how about Noah Fantastic?
Nice.
And 5th, Tyler Higbee, owned by Bye Week.
Let's look at kickers, if anybody cares.
I care.
Scoring kicker.
I care, Dan.
After 2 weeks is Young Ho Koo, the Atlanta Falcons kicker, and owned by Low Score Wins.
That can't be his real
Then we
name.
got Justin Tucker. He's number 2, owned by Gutter Splutters. Number 3 is former Viking Daniel Carlson.
Great last name.
That plays for the Las Vegas Raiders.
And now he's a stud.
He's doing great, but nobody owns him.
Mm-hmm.
Then number 4, we got Rodrigo Blankenship.
That's made up. That's not a real name.
That's the pun right there. He's not owned either. And then number 5 isn't owned by anybody, Randy Bullock.
What? Defenses, number 1 defense, the Maryland Ravens, owned by the Kings of Bong Style. Second best D, the Pennsylvania Steelers, owned by me. Third best D, the Louisiana Saints, owned by You Just Got Beat by a Girl. 4th, the Illinois Bears, owned by I Don't Want Your Life. And the 5th best D, the Indiana Colts, owned by nobody. That is your top players.
Yeah.
And now it is time to hear about a lot of injuries. Okay. Injury report. All right.
Bad times.
Yeah. Okay. I've got 1, 2, 3, 4. I got 5 names I wrote down. First one is owned by you, and his name is Christian McCaffrey, and he has a high ankle sprain. Yeah, he has a high ankle sprain, and they're saying he could be out about 4 to 6 weeks. Number 1 pick.
Yikes.
How do you feel about that?
I am disheartened. But hopefully he'll be back playoff time, or towards the end of the season in playoff time.
Yeah. The kind of, I guess, obvious pick to try to replace him is possibly Mike Davis. It's looking like he's going to be the one getting the start from McCaffrey while he's out. Next one, this is another big one, same week, owned by FUBAR, Saquon Barkley, torn ACL, out for the season.
Ooh, this was super disheartening. At least with Christian McCaffrey, CMC, fantasy owners did get some points from him before he went down. He went down pretty late in the game. But not quite the same for FUBAR and Saquon Barkley. He got, 2 29.8 points.
Yeah, and he got like 6 points the week before. So like you got nothing out of Saquon Barkley, and second overall pick in the draft, and you got nothing out of him for 2 weeks, and now he's just gone. At least you got two good games,
too, right?
Yeah, done for the year. You got at least two pretty dang good games out of McCaffrey before he got hurt, and he'll be coming back at some point. But low score wins.
I feel bad for Fubar.
I know, me too. Things aren't going so well. So possible replacements for him: Dion Lewis, Wayne Gallman, and it looks like they just signed Devontae Freeman. So if somebody might pick him up tomorrow morning, I don't know. I don't know how much I trust Devontae Freeman. Well, we'll see. Raheem Mostert, owned by Low Score Wins, MCL sprain, out 2 to 4 weeks for the Niners. That's a big one. He was their number one guy, and 2 weeks in a row he had like those 2 long touchdown runs.
You got more 49ers on your list?
Yeah, there's Garoppolo, but I don't know how much. I don't know. Nobody was starting him. That's the thing.
Nobody really started him.
Yeah, he didn't make
Kittle, right?
He didn't make my list. Kittle's still hurt, but he should be back soon, I think.
Yeah.
Tevin Coleman.
Yeah, the 49ers not looking good.
Yeah, they got decimated. Somehow they still got the win. Tevin Coleman, knee injury, out multiple weeks for gutter slutters. Also for the Niners. And then you had Paris Campbell with a PCL and MCL sprain. He's out indefinitely, and sounds like you're probably just going to drop him.
Yeah, he's done.
Do you have any other injuries?
No, I think you covered the big ones, yeah.
Okay. That has been injuries. Now it's time for sleepers. Looking forward to week 3. Don't sleep. Yeah, I can't play my clips. Oh, well, they were echoing anyways, right? Okay, so sleepers. Taking a look at the sleepers that we both picked for week 2. I got how they turned out for us, so we can actually like hold ourselves accountable and see if like our picks actually turned out decent or not. So at quarterback last week, I went with Matt Stafford, who put up 29 points, and you went with Gardner Minshew, who put up 41 points. So pretty good pick by you.
Nice.
Running back, I went with Jerick McKinnon, who put up 20 points, and you went with James Robinson.
Not bad.
Yeah, James Robinson, who put up 21 points. So those are both pretty damn good picks at running back.
Yeah, solid.
Wide receiver position. We both should not pick wide receivers, apparently, because I picked Anthony Miller, who got a big old 0, and you picked Paris Campbell, who got 0.7 points.
That hurt.
Yeah.
And he did get hurt. So
yeah.
What happened to Anthony Miller?
I don't know.
They didn't.
He got targeted
he
got targeted 3 times, didn't catch any of them. He just was not in the game script at all for some reason. It was so weird.
With the Bears, right?
Yeah, and I started him.
Yeah.
I think I started him, didn't I? Yeah. Somehow. I still won. Tight end, I went with Mike Gesicki, who put up 27 points. You went with Greg Olsen, who got 0 somehow.
I think you won that match.
A little bit. Kicker, I went with Daniel Carlson, who got 12, and you went with Mason Crosby, who got 11. So those are both good picks.
Yeah, good kicker points.
Hell yeah. Seahawks, I went with the Seahawks D, who got 14.9 points, and you went with the Bengals, who got 1.7 points.
Well, you win that one.
That one didn't go so well. So now, let's take a look. So overall, not bad. My picks put up 91.8 points. Yours put up 75.8. As long as you went with like our quarterbacks and kickers and running backs, that went well for you.
Yeah.
So now, let's take a look at our picks for week 3 coming up. Quarterback position. I went for all players that are right now on the waiver wire, and I went based solely on their matchups. So, like, my quarterback, I went with Mitchell Trubisky because he's facing the worst defense, the Falcons, this week. They're last in the league against quarterbacks.
Mitchell Trubisky can put up crazy points sometimes.
Sometimes.
I know he's won me in years past. He's won me a couple of those trophies where you're like highest player of the week trophy.
Yeah.
I mean, he's had some good games in the past, but very inconsistent. But hey, with a good matchup, I like that pick.
Who you got at quarterback?
And then I picked Derek Carr. I mean, the Raiders seem to be doing pretty well, 2-0 this.
I know.
This
Just
year
beat
so
the Saints.
Far, and he just keeps throwing to Waller, and that's good points for both.
Yeah, they're fun to watch. All right, running back position, I went with Myles Gaskin from the Dolphins. They're going up against the Jaguars, who are number 23 in the league against running backs.
Yeah, I like it. Yeah, Fitzpatrick and the Dolphins and that whole offense, they seem to be putting up points this year, kind of surprisingly, right?
Mm-hmm. They're not as terrible as last year. They're still terrible, but not as terrible.
Yep. And I picked Joshua Kelly of Los Angeles Chargers.
He's getting a lot of play.
He got 23 rushing attempts last week.
Yeah, somehow there's like room for both him and Austin Eckler in that backfield.
Crazy. It was almost like who was their RB last year?
Melvin Gordon. Yeah, it's almost exact same setup.
It is.
Wide receiver, I'm going with Adam Humphries taking on the Vikings. They are 31st in the league against wide receivers.
That's a good pick.
Yeah,
that's a good pick. I like that one. I might just have to scoop that one up on the waiver wire. Oh, that's right. I'm last on the waivers. Dang.
Yep.
I'm not getting anybody.
I know. I'm ninth. Damn waiver wire.
I picked. I went a little bit of a flyer sleeper, kind of an unknown, N'Keal Harry.
Okay.
He's a wide receiver with the New England Patriots. Cam Newton seems to like him. He had 12 targets this last week.
Yeah, that's insane.
And again, granted, that was against the Seahawks, and it was a pretty high-scoring game, but that's no slouch.
Yeah, there's not a lot of options in the Patriots passing game besides Julian Edelman. So I've just been waiting for that N'Keal Harry kid to blow up.
Yep.
All right, tight end position. I'm going with Logan Thomas, taking on the Cleveland Browns. They are dead last in the league against tight ends.
Yeah, wow. Who's Logan Thomas?
He plays for the Redskins, doesn't he? I mean the football team. He plays for the football team. Oh no, I'm getting so much trouble. The boy's gonna be pissed.
Jordan Reed still on that team?
No, he's with who's he with now? Remember he just the Niners.
Oh yeah, that's right.
And he blew up this week.
All right. Yeah. Tight ends have done pretty well in Washington. That sounds good. Since nobody picked him up last week, I'm picking Mike Gesicki.
Yeah.
He's had a couple solid weeks. Well, I would say stellar weeks. In week 2, he had 11 receptions, 160 yards, and a touchdown.
Yeah, dude's an insane athlete. Kicker position, I'm going with Chris Boswell from the Steelers, going up against the Texans, who are 31st in the league against kickers.
Nice. I like your Moneyball strategy here. Just picking straight math and stats. I like it.
Yeah,
I'm going with my heart. I'm going with my heart here, and going with Mason Crosby again.
There you go. Also
pretty decent last week.
Yeah, I think he's second in the league in scoring or something like that. Up there. Defense, I'm going with the Cincinnati Bengals, although they only put up 1.7 points this last week. They are taking on the Philadelphia Eagles, and they are 31st in the league for allowing points to defenses.
They definitely can't do worse.
Not really.
I'm going to pick the New York Giants. They're playing against that banged up 49ers team.
I like that pick too. That's something I wasn't even really thinking about with the defensive sleepers. The Niners, they could be a completely different team this week with all those injuries. They might, that Giants defense might just feast on them.
Yeah, I feel, and then that they don't have Barkley. The Giants don't. So I think this is gonna be a really low-scoring game on both sides.
Okay, we shall see. That has been Sleepers. Now it's time to take a look at the games coming up. Week 3. It's game time.
Do it.
Okay, first game.
What?
Like, what? I know, I can't play the whole clip. It sucks. All right, first game. The Commissioner in second place at 2-0, taking on You Just Got Beat by a Girl at 1-1 in fourth place. The all-time series between these two is... I lead the all-time series 6-1. I'm going with myself, obviously.
Nice. I mean, you do got Russell Wilson.
Yeah. Mr. Unlimited.
Waller the Baller. You got Waller the Baller. But she's got those two of the top 5 quarterbacks on her team. Looks like she might start.
Can't play them both.
Dak Prescott.
Can't play them both.
Can't play them both.
Gotta pick one.
CEH has still been balling out. Julio Jones hasn't been doing that good, unfortunately. James Conner. You know what? I'm going to go with the Commissioner, too. I did think about that long and hard, but I'm going with the Commissioner.
Anyone still listening in the chat, make your pick. Who's going to win this one?
We haven't heard a lot of chatty.
They haven't talked in a while. I wonder if they're still there. Our next game, Cleats and Cleavage in 6th place at 1-1, taking on the first place X Factor at 2-0. The all-time series between you two. You guys have played each other 6 times, and you have a commanding 5-1 all-time series lead on her.
Sweet.
Yeah. Taking a look at the lineups here. I was looking at this earlier, and I think it's going to be close. It's right now, Cleats and Cleavage is scary, though. Fellows is picking against me in my game, of course. And he's picking Cleats and Cleavage to take you down, X Factor. Oh, he's picking against both of us. She's scary though right now. I mean, she's averaging like 180, almost 190 points a game right now through 2 weeks.
Yeah.
You're putting up points though too. What did you have? 160 both weeks, I think.
Yeah.
So.
That's right.
And, I mean, you lost Christian McCaffrey, which does not help. This is going to be a tough one. I think I got to pick her, man. I don't know. This one could be really close. But that Christian McCaffrey, I think I'm going to go with Cleats and Cleavage. I hate to say it.
I'm breaking the streak for voting for myself too. I'm
Are you? Oh no!
I'm gonna put up a fight. I mean, she's not. It's gonna be hard.
Like, believe me, I want you to win.
She's gonna squeak out a win, and she's gonna jump like 10 points or 10 spots, like right up. She's gonna be in second place or something.
Cleats and Cleavage just commented.
She could be in first if all 3 of the 2-0ers lose, huh?
Yeah, that's she need, because she has the advantage with all those points she's scoring.
Yep.
She just commented, Becky, I didn't catch who the commissioner's playing, but I pick whoever that is. That's a good one. Okay, our next game, 7th place bye week at 1-1, taking on the 5th place Gutter Sledders, also 1-1. This is a brother battle here.
Oh yeah.
Gutter Sledders,
bro.
Yeah, Gutter Sledders put up big points this week, taking down Cleats and Cleavage. But bye week, he's been putting up points too with Matty Ice and Alvin Kamara. Taking a look at their lineups though, I'm leaning towards Gutter Sledders in this one. He's yeah, I'm gonna go with Gutter Slutters.
He does got Mahomes. Hard to vote against
Delvin
Mahomes.
Cook, Jonathan Taylor's been killing it. Diggs. Yeah. Both of the fellows, Mr. and Mrs. Fellows, are both picking bye week.
Oh man, this is nothing personal.
Not personal at all.
Right? Just because you guys.
No more tater salad.
I don't know. I feel bad about this, but I'm picking bye week.
Oh.
Gonna get the win here.
All right, I'm going with Gutter Slutters.
No offense there.
It's bye week is projected to win right now. I'm gonna go with Gutter Slutters with I guess a bit of an upset. Not salty at all. Our fourth game, 9th place low score wins at 0-2, taking on 8th place Kings of Bonk Style, also 0-2. Oh, let's take a look at bye week and Gutter Slutters. Their record. They've played each other twice, and bye week is 0-2 against Gutter Slutters.
Oh, okay, all right.
Yeah, so now low score wins and the Kings of Bonk Style. They have played each other 5 times, and low score wins, commanding series lead 4-1. Stop being so nice, Dan. Taking a look at, both 0-2. Low score wins, I think, has a sneaky good team, though. And Kings Bonk Style just lost Devontae Adams. So that one hurts. I don't know. I'm gonna go with low score wins.
Yeah, looks like, I don't know if he sticks with this lineup. Looks like he might be starting Joe Burrow, huh?
Yeah.
We'll see.
Deshaun Watson.
He has Deshaun Watson, but he hasn't been performing like your traditional Deshaun Watson that you've seen.
I know, he's
right?
barely cracking 30.
So let's see what if Joe Burrow can keep the fire cooking there in Cincinnati.
47 points he put up this last week.
Oh, and he's got Hopkins, Mike Evans. Then we got Drew Brees and Devontae Adams. Yeah, this one's going to be a close one.
I think so too.
I'm going to go with Kings of Bonk Style.
All right, he needs a win. Low score wins does too. They're both 0-2.
Win.
All right, I'm going with low score wins.
Somebody's going to break a streak here.
I'm going to go with low score wins and an upset. All right, our final game. Fubar in 10th place at 0-2, taking on I Don't Want Your Life in 3rd place at 2-0. The all-time series between these two, Fubar leads the all-time series 5-3.
Oh, all right.
Now, Fubar just lost Saquon Barkley. Deontay Johnson is questionable. He's got some injuries.
Carson Wentz.
Carson
been playing, but he's got Aaron Jones, which is very solid, of course.
Yeah, he's got to put Minshew in. Wentz has just been pitiful.
Oh, that's right. He does have Minshew on his. Yep.
I gotta lean I Don't Want Your Life because he's not dealing with any injuries. You know, he's fairly solid across the board.
Yeah, I'm with you. I Don't Want Your Life.
Yeah. Sorry, Fubar.
Sorry.
I Don't Want Your Life. All right. That has been the It's Game Time. Yeah, I wish
there was a lot of close games this last week, so a lot of high-scoring games. I hope that continues this week. I hope we get some good high-scoring games and some close matchups. Keep it right down to the wire for Sunday night, maybe even leading into Monday, right?
Oh, here's a little. If you're curious, taking a look at just through the first 2 weeks, who's had the easiest schedule so far and the most difficult schedule. The easiest schedule so far has been, I have had the easiest schedule through 2 weeks. That's a major reason why I'm 2-0 is because I've had like the lowest scoring teams I've gone up against. 2 of the lowest scoring. The most difficult schedule so far, this season has been for Kings of Bong style, and that is why he is 0-2. He's had the most difficult schedule. Of the 2-0 teams, you've had of the undefeated teams that are left, of us, me, you, and Ben, you have had the most difficult schedule out of all of us, and you're in first place.
All right, still dominating.
Yeah. So, that about wraps up week 2, Very Bad Sports Center.
Yeah.
I hate my friends.
Thanks for having me.
Thanks for being here, dude. Bye.